Have you ever felt like giving up? Maybe you have worked hard, but nothing seems to change. Maybe you are tired of trying. Maybe you wonder if it is even worth continuing. If you feel that way, listen carefully. Feeling tired does not mean you are weak. Feeling discouraged does not mean you have failed. Sometimes you simply need a moment to breathe. You do not have to quit because today is difficult. One difficult day does not define your journey. Think about why you started. What made you want to change your life? What dream were you chasing? What kind of person did you want to become? Remember that reason. Your reason can give you strength when motivation disappears. And motivation will disappear sometimes. That is completely normal. You cannot feel motivated every single day. Successful people have difficult days too. They get tired. They make mistakes. They feel frustrated. The difference is that they keep moving. Sometimes they move slowly. Sometimes they take a break. But they do not let one bad moment become the end. You do not need to move quickly. You just need to keep moving. Even one small step matters. One page, one workout, one phone call, one honest conversation, one more attempt. Small actions can create big changes over time. Do not underestimate small progress. Sometimes progress is difficult to see. You may work for weeks without seeing results. That does not mean nothing is happening. Growth often happens quietly. A seed does not become a tree overnight. Your efforts need time to grow. Be patient with your progress. Do not compare your beginning with someone else's middle. You do not know how long they have been working. You do not know what they struggled through. Focus on your own path. Your journey does not have to look like anyone else's. Maybe you have failed before. That is okay. Failure does not mean you are incapable. Failure gives you information. It shows you what did not work. Now you can try something different. Do not repeat the same approach forever. Learn, adjust, try again. That is what persistence really means. Persistence does not mean never changing your plan. It means refusing to abandon the goal too easily. Sometimes the path needs to change. The destination can remain the same. Maybe you are learning English. Maybe you are building a business. Maybe you are improving your health. Maybe you are learning a new skill. Whatever your goal is, expect challenges. Challenges are part of the process. They do not mean you are on the wrong path. Sometimes difficulty means you are learning. Sometimes difficulty means you are growing. Sometimes difficulty simply means you are human. Do not expect everything to be easy. Expect yourself to become stronger. There will be moments when you question yourself. You might think, maybe I am not good enough. Be careful with that thought. You do not need to be perfect to improve. You only need to keep learning. Instead of saying, I cannot do this, try saying, I have not learned this yet. That small word, yet, changes the meaning. It leaves room for growth. Your current ability is not your final ability. You can improve. You can learn. You can become better. But you have to keep showing up. Showing up is often more important than feeling ready. You may not feel confident today. Show up anyway. You may not feel motivated tomorrow. Take one small step anyway. You may feel afraid. Take the next step anyway. Courage does not mean having no fear. Courage means moving forward despite fear. Sometimes you need to rest. Rest is not the same as giving up. Taking a break can help you continue. You do not have to run every day. Sometimes walking is enough. Sometimes standing still helps you recover. Just do not confuse rest with quitting. Give yourself permission to recover. Then return when you are ready. Another important lesson is to celebrate small wins. Maybe you studied for 10 minutes today. That is still progress. Maybe you exercised for 15 minutes. That is still progress. Maybe you finally made that difficult phone call. That is still progress. Do not wait for huge achievements to feel proud. Notice the small victories. They create momentum. Momentum makes the next step easier. You should also protect yourself from negative voices. Some people may tell you to quit. Some may doubt your ability. Listen carefully before accepting their opinions. Not everyone understands your dream. Not everyone sees your potential. Choose advice from people you trust. Learn from criticism, but do not live for approval. Your life is your responsibility. You have to decide what matters to you, and you have to keep going when it is difficult. Maybe you feel behind in life. Maybe your friends seem more successful. Maybe you expected to be somewhere else by now. Do not let comparison destroy your motivation. Your timeline is your own. You are allowed to take longer. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to change direction. What matters is that you keep growing. Do not give up because your journey looks different. Your story History is still being written. There may be days when you accomplish nothing. Do not use one bad day to judge your entire life. Tomorrow gives you another opportunity. Start again. Try again. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep moving. Sometimes the biggest mistake is quitting too early. You may be closer than you think. Progress can happen right after your hardest moment. So do not make a permanent decision during a temporary struggle. Give yourself time. Give your effort time to work. Give your dream another chance. If something truly matters to you, keep working toward it. Change your strategy when necessary. Ask for help when you need it. Take a break when you are exhausted, but do not confuse difficulty with impossibility. Something can be difficult and still be possible. Something can take years and still be worth pursuing. Something can feel impossible today and become normal tomorrow. Keep giving yourself opportunities to improve, and remember why you started. Your future self may thank you for continuing today. So if you are tired, rest. If you are confused, slow down. If you are struggling, ask for help. If your plan is not working, change it. But if the dream still matters, do not give up. Keep going. One day, you may look back and realize how far you have come. The person who kept going will be proud of you. So take one more step today, not 10 steps, just one. Then take another tomorrow. That is how difficult journeys become possible. Do not give up on yourself. Your journey is not over. Keep going.